Welcome to True Cheating Confessions, where lies are exposed and the truth can't stay hidden. Her smartwatch buzzed on the nightstand. Not mine, hers. She had left in a rush that morning, muttering about flights, clients, a business trip. But she forgot the watch. And the watch didn't forget her. The screen lit up with a notification, location data. Not the airport, not the hotel she had given me. A downtown bar, 8:47 p.m., her heartbeat spiking. I stared at the numbers, cold, precise. A language of truth she hadn't intended me to read. I didn't feel anger, not yet, just silence. A strange calm, like standing on the edge of a rooftop, knowing the fall is inevitable. She called at 9:15. Her voice was light, rehearsed. Boarding now. Might lose signal. I'll text when I land. I answered with a murmur, my tone flat enough to make her pause. She asked if I was okay. I lied, said I was tired. But my eyes drifted back to the glowing numbers on the watch face. 9:16 p.m., still at the bar, heart rate elevated. A different truth unfolding in real time. It wasn't the first time something had felt off. Late nights at the office, drinks with clients, business trips that came too frequently. I had told myself stories, patched the holes with trust. But trust is only plaster. It cracks under pressure. Now I stood in the quiet of our bedroom, phone in one hand, her watch in the other, realizing that the foundation had already collapsed. I wasn't speaking to my wife. I was speaking to her alibi. The next morning I didn't ask questions. Instead, I watched. I synced her watch to my phone, masking the connection. Every step she took, every heartbeat, every location, mine to follow. She had gifted me the truth by accident. I would take it quietly, carefully, piece by piece. Thursday night, she said she was meeting a client. The watch said otherwise. A hotel room downtown. Her pulse rising at midnight, not from sleep. Friday morning she came home with coffee and a smile that didn't reach her eyes. I kissed her cheek. I told her I loved her. And inside I measured the distance between her skin and the stranger she had become. I checked phone records next. Subtle. Numbers I didn't recognize, called late at night, repeated. One stood out. I dialed it from a different phone, a man's voice. Casual, confident. He hung up before I spoke. But I had heard enough. I said nothing. I kept routine. Dinners, small talk, even laughter. All while I gathered the evidence like a surgeon preparing for an incision. Precise, deliberate, inevitable. Saturday. The watch betrayed her again. She told me she was shopping. Instead, it tracked her to the same hotel. Same room. I didn't follow. I didn't need to. That night I printed everything. GPS records, heart rate spikes, call logs, hotel receipts I requested through her email. A neat folder organized like a case file. When she came home, she smiled, kissed me, asked what I'd done that day. I slid the folder across the table. No words. She opened it. I watched her face drain of color, her lips parting in silence. She looked up at me, trembling. "It's not what it looks like," her voice cracked. I didn't blink. Then, explain the heart rate at 12:43 a.m. She broke. Tears. Rambling apologies. Desperation painted across her face. I remained still. Cold. I didn't shout, didn't accuse. I simply stood, walked to the drawer, and handed her the smartwatch she had forgotten. "Your heart told me everything," I said quietly. Her hands shook as she held it. The same hands that once held me, now foreign, now guilty. "I can fix this," she whispered. Her eyes searched mine, for anger, for hope, for anything to hold on to. But there was nothing. Only distance. Only silence that weighed heavier than any scream. I had already fixed it, not by saving us, but by severing what she thought she still controlled. Her secrets weren't hers anymore. They were mine. Her lies weren't alive anymore. They were dead on paper, in black and white. I left her there, folded into herself, clutching the watch like it could rewind time. But time only moves forward, and I was already gone. I walked outside into the night air, crisp, silent, free. The house behind me was no longer a home, just walls around a betrayal. The woman inside was no longer my wife, just a stranger caught in her own lies. I didn't feel pity, I didn't feel rage. I felt clarity. The truth had been hiding in her wrist, ticking away with every lie she told. And now it belonged to me. I slipped my phone into my pocket, the data still synced, still recording. Not because I needed more proof, but because the sound of her heart no longer mattered. Mine did. Her lies ended where her pulse betrayed her, and I never listened to it again.